Me neither.
All right, I'll text you.
So, what did you get for number one?
I think you're all out of the breakout rooms, are you?
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
No, there's only 12 people showing. I think they're okay. I think everybody's getting kicked out of their breakout rooms.
Yeah, I think we're getting kicked out.
Yeah, I think we restarted the meeting. Somehow, Sasan got made host of the meeting, and I was stuck in one of the breakout rooms. I couldn't do anything. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what happened there. But I'm gonna let you guys finish the quiz. Maybe we can sort of try. You guys can talk to each other over chat as a big group, because the breakout rooms seem to. I don't know enough to work them correctly, so it's just causing more trouble.
Are we doing that now?
Yeah. I'm gonna let you guys have like 5
What
more.
did you get for number one?
Me?
Yeah, what did you get for number one?
I think I did it wrong, so I'm gonna redo it.
Oh, so I got 71 minus 22 square root of 7.
So what did you do before, Michael? You did 15 minus 22?
No, I did 15 plus 56.
Huh?
What? How did you?
How did you get 15 plus 56?
That 8 times 7 was there. That's the reason.
For number one?
Yeah.
So,
Well,
you multiply 3 times 5, which is 15.
oh, yeah.
Then what did you do?
Then I did 3, then I got minus 12 square root 7 minus 10 square root 7. And that's what I got.
Okay, let me see. Francis?
Yeah,
What did you get for number one?
Ooh. Hold on. Okay, I got 15 minus 14 square root 7.
Minus 14?
Yeah.
Square root of 7.
Because I redid it.
Are you sure?
I don't know. That's just what I got. Because like you distribute everything, and then at first distributing, I got 15 minus 12 square root 7 minus 10 square root 7 plus 8 square root 7. And then you like do all the math between everything.
Square root 49.
Oh. Because they can't, oh wait, shoot. Because, wait, I can't multiply them if they don't have the square root. Yeah?
Negative 2 rad 7 times negative 4 rad 7 would be positive 8 rad 49.
Oh my god, I'm just stupid.
So usually if I try to divide radicals, so following somewhat the same.
Wait, but did I distribute that correctly? I'm so lost. I just like added it differently. I don't know why number one is tripping me up so much.
Me too.
But I got it easily.
I got, I did it on my calculator. And
You get
1 second. What did I get? I got 71 minus 22 to the power of 7.
Wait, Gabriel, isn't that what you got when you put it in your calculator?
That's the right answer.
Yeah. Wait, what was the question again?
For number
Question
one.
number 1.
Where are you? I can't find you.
Oh, I know that. Oops. What happened to my mic?
I came in late. I wasn't actually able to write down any of the problems. But let me see. Oh, 3 minus 2, 7 times 5 minus 4, 7. Yeah, it was 3 minus 14 square root 7. That's what I got.
I got 71 minus 22 square root of 7. I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's the right answer.
That is correct.
Wait, but how did you do it? I'm so lost.
After multiplying everything, you should have got 15 minus 12 square root 7 minus
Uh-huh.
10 square root 7,
Uh-huh.
8 square root 49.
Oh, because I thought the 7 stayed the same. That's what I'm doing wrong.
And then like after you break it down or simplify it a little more, it should be 15 minus 22 square root 7 plus 56. And then you add the 56 and 50.
Okay, I see what you mean.
And then that's how you get the 71. And then it'd be minus 22 square root 7, which is your answer.
That's what was going on.
Wait, so you can
Hello?
combine negative 12 square root 7 to negative 10 square root 7?
Yeah, because they're like terms.
Like
Wait.
terms.
Okay.
So,
For number 1, I just did it on my calculator. I don't know.
Does everyone have the answer for 1?
Yeah.
I did.
Okay.
Does everyone have the answer for number 4?
What'd you get?
So if it's a square root, if it's a cube root, that means you have to multiply 5 3 times.
Yes.
You remember what she said about a square root, a cube root?
Yeah, you multiply.
Oh,
No. Do you remember how to do number 4? Remember when she said about remember when she said about cube, they have to multiply 5 times, something like that?
hold
Oh,
on.
oh.
You have to multiply it by another 5 so that you have 3 5s. You have to multiply it by cube 5 times 5.
5. And then,
On the top and on the bottom.
oh, okay.
And then you end up with cubed 125 on the bottom.
Well, would you say it close by?
Did, huh? You want me to say it closer?
Oh, the answers.
You on the bottom you should have cubed 125.
Oh, I was saying on questions 4 and 5. I need to see that.
Mm,
So you said 3 5s, right? 5 times 5 times 5.
Well, you would times it times 2 5s because you already have that 5, so you would times each.
Oh, just
The top.
times with 2 5s.
Yeah, so you times the top and the bottom with two, like the cube.
Oh, I see. I got you. I got
Then
you.
what do you get after you multiply? 2 times square times cube of 5 times 5.
2 cubed 25 on the top, and then on the bottom 125 cubed, and then you simplify that to 5 because those are 3 5s. And then on the top,
Wait, I'm confused. So you simplify it. Why do you simplify it?
the 125 cubed, because you're trying to get rid of the radical. So
it's 5.
that should be 3 5s that you're simplifying to just 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
then 2 to the cube of 25 stays.
Yeah, because the 25 can't be cubed.
Okay. Yeah.
For 5, did you guys simplify the 12 and the 14, even though you can't simplify the 3 radical 2?
I did, but I don't know if that's right. I simplified it to 6 and 7.
Yeah, that's my
do
thing.
number
I don't
4?
know if I should.
I don't know either.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I think we're supposed to though, because those are like the whole numbers, right? Because they're not really connected to the radical.
Yeah, I think you're supposed to simplify it.
All right, I'm gonna give you guys 5 more minutes, and then I'll show you where to submit it.
Oh, I finally knew where to submit it.
You know where to submit it?
Just take a pic on your phone and submit the assignment.
Yes, exactly.
But you changed it. I got so surprised. Saying, why is there no submit assignment in blue?
Yeah, I noticed that too.
That's what I did. That's what I used to do last time.
So yeah, once you're done, my page is unresponsive. Let's see. Once you're done with the quiz, you take a picture, and you can, if you're working on your phone, you probably should be able to submit it from your phone. If you're working on your computer, you can sort of email. Did you email it to yourself, Michael?
Oh, sorry. I'm doing the other questions. I'm finishing it.
You're finishing, yeah. So
where do we submit it on Canvas?
So in Canvas, this is your Canvas page, and there's a thing that says tests and quizzes.
Mm-hmm.
And here's section 8485 quiz. So you're going to click on that button. All right, which it's not liking me. Let's see if I can refresh it.
What did you get for 5?
Oh, and you just use the camera. I see what you mean.
That works.
Sorry, that's me, y'all.
All right, so I'm gonna ask you guys to stop working. Well, let me show you how to submit it in Canvas. So you guys should kind of start submitting things. All right, so I'm taking this, I'm giving you a lot of time to do this because we're just learning how to use the system too. So I like having today as like a review day because we can basically get used to Zoom and Canvas a little bit. So if you log into Canvas, then I made a tab called Tests and Quizzes. So you'll see one called Section 8485 Quiz, right? So if you click on that, there's a Submit Assignment. There's a blue button here, right? And you can do a file upload. So if you take a picture of your quiz and email it to yourself, you can download it to your computer, or I think if you're on your phone, you should be able to pull it straight from your phone. So if you logged into Canvas from your phone, you can access the picture from your phone, right? So then you can choose the file, and then you pick the file that has the picture on it, and you're gonna go open, and then submit assignment.
That's what I knew.
Okay, so that sends it to me. Okay, so kind of the main reason I'm sort of doing this today is that when you're gonna take your test tomorrow, it's gonna be due on Thursday, is the same process. Like I want you to be familiar with the process, right? Tomorrow for the test, you're gonna submit your test too right there. So again, so you're gonna do all your work on a sheet of paper, you're gonna take pictures or scan them, or you're gonna submit them in this tab right here, okay? So yeah, you should submit now. You should submit your quiz now because I'm going to go over the solutions next, just like in class. So I'm gonna give you guys 5 minutes to submit it now. Okay, I'm gonna try to do it on my phone and see how that works. Okay, so while you guys are figuring it out, I'm gonna see how well it works from the phone. So I'm gonna do Canvas from my phone. Has anybody submitted directly from their phone?
Oh, not me.
I did.
You did it? Perfect. I love phones. They're great. I just need a bigger one. Mine is too tiny. All right, so let's see.
My Canvas app, it's asking me what school I go to, and Miramar is not showing up.
Search for San Diego Miramar College.
Okay.
Oh yeah, they have a Canvas app. I usually just log into it through the website, but Canvas app might be better.
Yeah, the school's not showing up.
All right, so don't use the app, just Google it. And
so do we submit it by taking a picture of it?
Yes. So yeah, try, Tim, don't use the app, just go to the website on your phone.
Okay.
Sorry for that music.
I like it.
I'm sorry, I'm on TikTok, y'all.
Oh.
It's not letting me. Okay. Miramar Canvas.
Sorry, Ma, I forgot to submit this on the phone. I better hurry up now, Ma. I'm submitting a work. What are you making, Ma?
Michael, you gotta mute yourself.
I'm gonna mute him. There we go. Just as long as you guys don't say things that you don't want other people to hear. All right, cool. Okay, so I'm in my mirror.
I'm still submitting.
All right, I'm being patient.
Yeah.
Just gotta take our time and do this slowly this time, and then know how to do it for next time.
Yeah. Oh, God, come on.
Okay. I'm not in student view. I need to be in student view. Things are easy and complicated at the same time.
Is there anything that was due from yesterday?
You should complete the video lesson and the 8485 homework by tonight. So,
And one of my questions was, well, for number 13, I think
yeah.
it wasn't letting me, like the answer wasn't allowing me to press divide because it only gave me one space, but it's a answer with the
Oh,
line.
is it asking you separately for what the A and the B values are?
No, it's only for one answer, but the answer has like an A and B value type.
Okay. Let me look at it in a minute.
Okay.
I'm still trying to figure out. Okay. Still looking at my phone to figure out. Okay, so section 8485 quiz. Resubmit assignment. Choose file. Photo library. Oh, all right. Cool. So yeah, on my phone, if you log into Canvas and you go to submit and then click on choose file, it goes straight to your photos. And then you can submit from the photos on your phone. Okay. So that's a good option, especially if you only have the phone that you're looking at. That's a good option for submitting. Or you could be logged into Canvas on your phone and be on your laptop or computer to sort of watching the lesson. But instead of, because it's like taking a photo and emailing it to yourself and then downloading it and submitting in Canvas. It's like lots of steps. So it seems easier to just go straight from your phone. All right. Okay, so let me answer your question, Tim. Okay, so it's gonna let me do this. Thank you. All right, let's see. Let's go to problem.
Francis, where do I submit it? What is it?
Did you submit?
Under where?
Did you submit your quiz, or are you asking where?
Where to submit on 8.4, 8.5, but it's not letting me upload it, by the way.
Okay, let's see. So let me show you.
Weird.
So section 8485 quiz, like this.
Okay.
Click on it. And then there's a button that says submit assignment.
Okay.
And then there's a button that says choose file.
Okay.
Okay, and that you can choose file. If you're on a computer, it shows the documents on your computer. If you're on your phone, it lets you kind of go to your photos. Okay. And then after you choose the file, submit the assignment. Click on the blue button. All right, so there was a question, Timothy, you asked about question 13. So let me look at that. So 8485 homework. Question 13.
And it only gives me one slot.
Okay, so yeah, you need to enter it with the slash for divide. Okay, so let me find the solution for mine and I'll show you how to enter it.
Okay.
-4, 6 minus square root of 7, and then 36 minus 7, -24 plus 4 square root of 7 over 29. Okay. So yeah, I got a fraction too. So you need to use parentheses. So you're going to do parentheses and the thing on top. Mine was -4 plus 4 times SQRT parentheses 7. And then another parentheses to close it off. So if you look at the preview, that's the top part. And then you do a slash like this, and it makes a fraction. And then you put the 29, and then it makes a fraction. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, you want all the top part on top to be in this extra parentheses, so it puts everything on top together.
All right.
All right, cool. All right, so it's 1:50. Let's take our 10-minute break. So if you're still submitting the quiz, let me know and sort of ask me if you're having trouble. I'm going to go through the process again, but try to submit your quiz by the time we come back at 2 o'clock. And for the last hour, I'll give you some review problems from chapters, chapter 5 and chapter 8. Okay, and we can work on some review problems.
I think I'm lagging. My head looks a little pixelated.
Oh my God. You being, yeah,
So it's
your head does look a little bit pixelated.
Minecraft.
Yeah, that's the one perk about online classes.
Yeah, I was showing my
Sure.
cat yesterday.
So the homework, do we just finish it and then it'll submit itself? Or...
It submits itself as you work on it. Okay, so it updates the grade like every time you do a problem, it updates the grade in Canvas. And if you're sort of in the middle of it, it will show you might get a 5 out of 10, but that's okay because it will keep adding to the grade or increasing the grade as you work through the problems.
Okay.
So yeah, you don't need to click a submit. It's automatically submitted.
All right.
Ooh, I got lots of submissions. Who don't I have? Sun is not here. Wayne, I'm still waiting for yours, and Joseph, and Lu Jing. It's the Sun. I got yours. Oh. Tamika, still waiting. Anthony. Sophia, I got. Okay, so most of you already submitted. So if you're still in the process of submitting, please do let me know if you're stuck and I can help you. Okay, so Joseph, you said you don't see the option to submit the quiz. All right, so I think you might need to refresh your screen because, don't do this, I don't agree. No, stop.
Wait, why are you
Okay.
saying that?
Okay, you didn't see anything. All right, so use the refresh button for Canvas because I changed it in the middle, like you weren't able to submit it. So yeah, you click on the quiz.
Yeah.
I'm not in student view. Okay, so you're gonna click on the quiz and you should see a blue submit button. Okay, so let me get to the student view. Student view right here. Okay, so click on the quiz and you're going to see a blue button that says submit assignment. Okay, probably, yeah. And then you go to choose file. So then you're gonna go to choose file. Okay, and then from your computer, you can choose a file, or from your phone, it gives you the option to go to your photos and you can choose the file from there. And after you choose the file, you submit the assignment again and it submits it to me. Yeah. Okay. All right, so it's after 2, so let's kind of get back together, back to class, and let's do some practice problems. Okay.
You got my quiz?
Oh yeah, we should go over the quiz first. Yeah, let's go.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah.
Yeah, let me check to see if I got your quiz. All right, let me check. My internet is being a bit slow. All right, just give me a minute. Yeah, Lujan, I got yours. Cool. Okay, I got most everybody's. So let me go over the quiz first, and then let's look at some review problems. Okay, so I'm gonna share the screen. This, and here's my pen. All right, so first problem. Let me grab a different color.
What's your voice?
Can you hear me?
Oh, your voice got buzzed.
Is my voice buzzy?
Oh, now it's fine.
It's fine, yeah. It's just if the internet is slow, it gets all weird. So first problem, we're gonna multiply. So we get 15, and then we get negative 12 squared.
You're not sharing your screen.
I'm not what?
Sharing the screen.
I can see it.
Yeah, it shows I'm sharing.
Yeah, I can see it as well.
Yes, yeah, I think I'm not sure. You can go out of the meeting and come in again, but yeah, I'm sharing it. And then we're doing this minus 10 square root of 7. And then we're doing this, and this is going to be plus 8 and square root of what?
49.
49, yeah. So this is sort of like, it's kind of fun hearing you guys talk over the quiz, but that's sort of one that some people have problems with. So let's see, now this is going to be 15, and we can combine these together, right? Because they're like terms. They both have square root of 7s. So we're going to have negative 22 square root of 7. And this right here is going to be plus 8 times 7, because square root of 49 is 7. Okay? So we get 15 minus 22 square root of 7 plus 56. And then the 15 and the 56 add, and we get, what is it, 71 minus 22 square root of 7, like this. All right. Is that good? Anybody have questions? Is that what you guys got?
Yes.
Awesome. One person got it. more than one, I'm sure. Okay. You got it? Cool. So number 2, multiply this. So when it's squared like this, what do I need to do?
You have to do it twice. 2 plus 5, square root of 5, times 2 plus square root of 5.
Awesome. And then we multiply. So 2 and 2 gives me 4. And then 2 square root of 5. And then the other ones, another 2 square root of 5. And these ones give me square root of 25. Okay, so 4 by itself, these add up because they both have square root of 5s in them. And square root of 25 is 5. Okay, 4 and 5 add up. So we get 9 plus 4 square root of 5. Okay, this is the end. Okay, so don't do 9 plus 4 because they are not like terms. This has a square root and this doesn't. So when you're adding or subtracting, you can't combine if one has a square root or one doesn't, or if they have different square roots. Okay, any questions with that one? All right, number 3, so divide. So this I need to get rid of the radical on the bottom. Okay, so the square root, I'm going to multiply
Square root of 3x times square root of 3x.
So same thing, top and bottom, identical radical. Okay, so I'm going to multiply. I'm going to get 2 radical 3x on the top and radical 9x squared on the bottom. You did the right multiplying the right thing. The bottom should always simplify so the radical is not there. So we get 3x. And that's it. Okay? All right, number 4. So number 4, I have a cube root. Okay, so cube roots, in order to get rid of the radical, I need 3 of the same factor. So what should I multiply it by?
5 times 5.
Yep. So because I need 3 5s in a row.
Yep.
Right, and then top is 5 times 5. Okay. So the top becomes 2 cube root of 5 times 5, which is 25. And the bottom is cube root of 5 times 5 times 5, which is 125. And then the bottom should simplify so there's no more radical. And the cube root of 25 is 125 is 5. So this is the end here. Okay, any questions with that one? Okay, last one. Last one has 4 minus radicals, like a radical part and
you have to do the conjugate for that one.
Yeah, do the conjugate. So that means
4 plus square root of 2 on top and bottom.
Perfect. Okay, so now to simplify, you got to multiply the parentheses. So we're gonna get 3 times 4 is 12, and then 3 square root of 2. And on the bottom, I have 4 and 4 is 16. And then 4 square root of 2. Then minus 4 square root of 2. And then minus square root of 4. The top is simplified as much as possible. So we're going to write it. Bottom, I have 16 minus 2. Okay, so it's 12 and 3 square root of 2 over 14. Okay, and that's the answer here. That is as reduced as it can. Again, the top, because that's a normal number and that's the one with the square root, they won't combine. Okay, any questions on that one? Okay, cool. All right, so let's, yeah,
I have
go
a
ahead.
question. I'm so sorry. So you wouldn't simplify the 12 and the 14?
So you can't simplify just like this part with this part, okay? So remember when we were dividing polynomials, if you had like 2 terms or more terms on the top and 1 on the bottom, you have to split them up. You do like 12 over 14 and then 3 square root of 2 over 14. So you can do that. You can split them up first and then reduce this. Then say this is 6 over 7 and 3 square root of 2 over 14. Okay, but you can't simplify just these because this also needs to be divided by 14. So you can split them up first and then simplify each fraction separately.
Oh, okay.
Okay. It's kind of like, you know, a cookie recipe, right? If you're cutting the flour in 14, you also have to cut the sugar or the butter in 14. Otherwise, you're gonna end up with really, really buttery cookie.
What choice?
Oh well,
It's a bean. It's a
I like
bean.
butter. All right. Any other questions with this? All right. Okay. So, no new material today. So you have your test 2 is going to be tomorrow. Okay. So at noon. So right now, if you go to test 2, there's nothing there except that it says complete the test on paper, take pictures, and upload here. The test would be released at 12 noon on Wednesday, and you need to submit it by 12 noon on Thursday. So
Well,
tomorrow at 12 noon, this in here is also going to have the file of the test. So you need to come here to get the file. I'll probably also email it to you just to make doubly sure that you get it, okay? So you're going to get the test at 12 at noon tomorrow. Now you can start on the test right away, or you can sort of do it later. So during class tomorrow, I'll keep doing review. So I'll use the class session from 1 to 3 to do review problems, or you guys can come in and ask me questions. Obviously, I'm not going to answer the questions on the test, but you can sort of ask me questions, and I can sort of you sort of will know what kind of questions to ask me, right? So when you're done with the test, take pictures and upload it just like you uploaded the quiz. Okay? Exactly the same process as you use for uploading the quiz, right? So let's go to, if you go after chapter 8, there's some test 2 practice material. So there's a review homework for chapter 5 and the review homework for chapter 8. So those are going to be due. These are actually 4 points, 5 points each. And you can do this homework and submit it by the end of the week. That's fine.
Yeah,
okay.
But I did that.
You already did that? Okay. So let's go review chapter 8 because it's sort of more fresh in our minds and it's a bit harder with the radicals. So I'm just basically going to pick problems from here, all right, and go over them. And if you guys open the review on your computer or phone and you kind of come across any problems, so like, oh, I don't remember how to do that, could you go over it? Then I'm happy to do that, all right? So I'll pick some problems and I'll kind of get you guys to work through them. I'll pause you, I'll work through them myself, but let's go through some of the stuff. All right. So let's look at, ooh, this one looks good.
Hell no.
Well, this looks good to review, right? Because it's probably one of the more difficult ones, okay? So it says, simplify this mess, okay? So let me get a pen. Come on. I don't want to go to announcements. Okay, I'm not getting frustrated. Not getting frustrated. I love technology. I just don't have the internet right now. All right, let's see. Okay, there we go. Oh, it gave me a different problem, which is fine. Okay, so how would we do something like this? Somebody has a suggestion. Oops.
To get rid of the top 5, the 5 right here.
Yeah. Get rid of the exponent of 5. Perfect. Okay. All right, so they get rid of the exponent of 5. That's going to multiply any exponents that are already there. Notice that the parentheses is only on the top numbers. So that 5 will only go on the top exponents, not on the bottom ones, okay? So we have x and then 5 over 8, and then y, 5 over 4, okay? And then x, 3 over 8, y, 1 over 2. Okay. So this is not as simplified as possible. What else can I do? What do I do with the powers of x? 5 over 8 on top and 3 over 8 on the bottom. What happens to them? We subtract them, right? So 5 over 8 minus 3 over 8 is 2 over 8. Okay, and then same for the y. So I have 5 over 4 minus.
I think it'd be x 1/4.
X 1/4.
Because 2 over 8 simplifies.
Timmy's right.
Wait, what?
Let me do
Wait,
this.
hold on. Let's wait. When she writes it down again, I want to see.
5 over 8. 5 over 4. And then x 3 over 8. Y 1/2. Okay, so x is going to be 5 over 8 minus.
Oh, it's 1/4. I see what you're saying.
Is 3 over 8, right?
2.
Is the original equation x 1 over 8?
Yeah. So that's
right.
So yeah, this is x 1 over 8, but the 5 multiplies the 1 over 8, so it becomes x to the 5 over 8. Right? And then the 1 over 4 becomes 5 over 4. All right, but the bottom doesn't get the 5 because the bottom is not in parentheses. Okay. So
it'll be
subtract.
2/8 and then reduces down to 1/4.
Okay, so 5 minus 3 is 2, right? That's a 2. Okay, let me do a better job there. Okay, so that's a 2.
Hi.
Okay.
Hello.
And yeah, that goes 1 over 4.
Yeah.
And how about the y? So I have to do 5 over 4
it yet?
minus 1 over 2, right?
Oh shit. Okay. So I want
I can the common denominator. Like this?
No. That's why I asked you. But I saw that you changed.
Elizaveta, mute.
Yeah, but I have
Okay,
a
let me.
conclusion, I have calculations, I have
Can you
like
mute her?
theory a little bit, I have a good
Andrea.
objective. Like you can,
Okay.
if you want, you.
There you go.
Oh my god.
So I'm confused. So after you did, you times it by 5.
Oh, so I'm doing 5/4 minus 1/2.
Okay.
So I gotta find a common denominator, and this is gonna be 3/4. So this is 3/4 here.
What the fuck?
Well, I'm so confused
Which part?
about the whole thing. Like, how did you get 5/8 and then 5/4?
That 5 there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the 5 multiplies the 1/8. So 5 times 1/8 is 5/8. And 5 times 1/4 is 5/4.
Okay, and then the bottom stays the same?
Yeah, because the bottom, if the parentheses was all the way down, then the 5 would go with the bottom too. But the parentheses is only on the top. So the 5 just goes to the ones on the top.
Okay.
All right, now the next step is to subtract these, right? So you do 5/8 minus 3/8 is 2/8, which will simplify to 1/4. Okay, so that's what you guys, Josh and Tim, were talking about, right, Caleb? And then 5/4 minus 1/2 is 3/4. Like this. Okay, right, so that's it. That's the answer.
This is the final answer.
Okay, so to enter it in here, it shows you what to do. Okay, so basically it says that you're gonna have x to the power 1/4. You have to use parentheses 1 divided by 4. Then y to the power parentheses 3/4. 3 divided by 4. Okay, so that enters it in that format like that.
Correct.
Okay. Okay, questions with this one? We can we can probably get another one of this type if you guys want to work through another one of this.
Yeah, let's try.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Let's see. Reattempt this question. Perfect. That's exactly the same question. I can make one up. All right, let's look at one. I'll make one up. All right, so let's say I have x to the 1/3, y to the 2/5 times 4, and then x to the 2/3 and y to the 3/5. Okay. Okay, so again, sort of the parentheses is only in the top. So the 4 will go with, multiply the exponents, and we get x to the 4/3.
4/3.
And y to the what?
8/5.
Yep. And then the bottom, we just write. Okay, so now we subtract powers. Okay, so I'm gonna get x to the what? 4/3 minus 2/3.
So 2/3.
2/3.
Yep. And then for the y, 8/5 minus 3/5.
5/5.
5/5.
So the first power, right?
So that's to the first power. So x to the 2/3, y to the power 1. That's my answer there. Okay? Okay. Let me pick another. Let's look at another problem. So.
Wait.
All right, I'm gonna get rid of this stuff. Okay, this looks like a good one. So simplify square root of 96 to the form a squared of b. So what is this asking us to do?
You have to factor it to find out, right?
Yeah, or you can just plug in your calculator, right? So yeah, this calculator does well with these ones.
Yeah, it gave me a 4 square root of 6 on my calculator.
All right, so yeah, let me look at that. So yeah, your calculator will do well with these. So just, there were a couple of questions in the chat. Is this recorded? The answer is yes. So I'm going to upload the recording after the class is done, and it will be in Canvas under where it says Zoom link. Okay, so it'll be recorded and you guys can look through this later. Okay, so you can see the notes. All right. Okay, so let's look at the steps here. So yeah, if you're not doing with the calculator, you'd be breaking this up. So that's like 2 and 48. And 48 is like 2 and 24, which is 2 and 12, which is 2 and 6, which is 2 and 3. All right, so we're pairing them up. So for every pair, one comes out. This is another pair, another one comes out, and these are not paired up, so stays in. So this is 4 squared root of 6. Okay. All right, any questions with this one? All right. Let's find something harder. Is this one hard? Should I go over this one?
Yeah.
Any takers? Okay.
Yeah.
So don't you
What do you do?
multiply the power of -1 to the whole thing, top and bottom?
Yeah, but it's not wrong, but it's going to make it a bit messy because everything is going to have a negative power. So what does a negative power mean?
You can flip it, right?
You flip
You're
everything.
going to flip it. Yeah, negative power tells you reciprocal. So -1 tells you I'm going to flip the fraction. So everything on the bottom goes to the top and everything on the top goes to the bottom. And this is going to be to the power 1 to the power +1, okay? Which doesn't do anything. So you can just basically drop the parentheses, right? So W2D5 over 2W4. So if you have negative exponents on everything, flip it first because it makes everything a bit easier. Is this it? Can I simplify it more?
Yeah.
I have the W's, right? So D5 on the top, 2 on the bottom, and what's with the W?
W2.
On the bottom, right?
Yeah.
It's because you have more on the bottom than on top. That's it. Okay.
I got a question.
Yeah.
What happens when you have an like there's a -1 on the outside, but what happens when one of the exponents on the inside is negative as well? Do they negate each other? Like, does it flip?
You push it to the top.
Yeah. So let's say you have x minus 2y cubed over 5 to the -1.
So that when you bring down.
So I would flip this first. Okay. So I would say 5x to the -2y cubed, although there's more than one way of doing it. So flip this first to get rid of the negative power there. And then here you're going to go, oh, I have x minus 2 on the bottom here. This is going to go to the top. So the negative power makes it flip to the top. So it's going to become 5x squared y to the 3, like that.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Any other questions with these? All right. So let's look at another one. Okay. 5. Adding radicals. Simplify the expressions. Oh yeah, let's look at this one. Add the following radical expressions. I think we did a few of those in class, but I think it seems like such a long time ago. All right, okay, so I have square root of 16a, square root of 81a, square root of 4a. So as they are, you can't add them because they look different. So what should I do first?
Simplify them.
Simplify them, right? So you break them up. So square root of 16a is square root of 16 gives me 4, which comes out, but the a stays in. Okay? And square root of 81a, square root of 81 is 9, but the a stays in. And then square root of 4a, square root of 4 is 2, but the a stays in. Okay, so now after they're simplified, if we write them, we can say, oh, they are like terms because they all have exactly the same radical. So if they have the same radical, you can add the coefficients. So 4 and 9 is 13 and 2 is 15 radical a. Okay, questions with that one?
So for this one, you just simplified all of them. Right?
Yeah, so if you're looking at adding and subtracting and it doesn't look like you have like terms, make sure they're as simplified as possible first. So that's what I was doing here. And once they're simplified, like you can recognize whether they're like terms or not and combine them if they are. Right. Go to question 10. All right. Maybe I should do this question because it's not letting me move. Oh, there you go. I think my internet connection is unstable. That's what it says. All right, let's see. Are you laughing at my pain? Come on.
Here she goes.
Oh, there we go. Ooh, okay, that looks good. Okay, so this says, where's my annotate? There we go. This says simplify, divide and simplify. Okay, so I have fourth radical of x7, y8, fourth radical of x cubed, y4. All right, so what should I do first? Any ideas?
Take 4 out of the x7 and move it to the outside.
I would, it's not incorrect, but I wouldn't do that first because
Subtract.
Yeah, you want to sort of ignore the radicals. If you have the same kind of radical, basically that means that you can do stuff with the fraction. Okay, so I would reduce it first. Okay, so you can actually write this as 1 radical 4 like this, and that will save you a lot of work if you simplify first. Otherwise, like each simplification takes a while. Okay, so you can put them everything together under 1/4, and then you subtract the powers. Okay, so then I'm gonna get like this, and I get x to the 7 minus 3 is 4, and for the y, 8 minus 4 is 4. Okay, so it makes it like a lot nicer. And then I can start taking things out. Okay, so 4th root of x to the 4 is what?
X.
Just x, right? Because the powers divide. And y to the 4, 4 square root of y to the 4
Y.
is y, okay? And because they divided exactly, there's no radical left. That's all there is. Okay? Any questions with that one?
Mhm.
Right. Ooh, there's a clear button. I thought that works better. All right, let's see. Okay, let's look at this one. Combine the radicals. Okay, so there's addition. So you're looking for like terms. So I see there's stuff with radical 13s, which are like terms, and stuff with radical 11s, which are like terms. Okay. And like radical 13 and radical 11 wouldn't simplify anymore because they're prime numbers and they don't break up anymore. So they're as simplified as possible. We're going to do negative 6 and 4 is negative 2 square root of 13. And 3 and 8 is 11 square root of 11. Okay? And that's it. So these are now different and you don't combine them. All right, questions with that one? Okay. Anybody want me to go over this one, the multiply? We've done a few today.
Yes.
Yeah, can you go over this one?
Yeah, of course. Okay, cool. Okay, so this first, what do I get when I multiply those?
4 and 18.
The 18 on the inside, right?
Yeah.
What do I get on the outside?
4.
4, right? So the outside numbers multiply 2 and 2 is 4. The inside numbers multiply.
So you can multiply radicals that are different.
Yes, you multiply radicals that are different. You can't add or subtract radicals that are different. Correct. Okay. Yeah, just like variables, like you can multiply x squared with x cubed to get x to the 5, but you can't add x squared with x cubed. So kind of the same principle. All right, and then now we're going to do this. So this is going to give me a 2 on the outside and inside 3 times 21, 63. All right. So now it's like, oh yeah, that's what I got. But I noticed like 18 and 63 can break down. So you need to sort of simplify these more. Again, you can do them with the factor tree or you can do them with the calculator. Right? So like 18 is 9 and 2. This is 3 and 3. So a 3 will come out. So the 4 multiplies the 3 that comes out. And this 2 stays in. Okay. 63 is 7 and 9. And 9 is 3 and 3. Because I have a pair here, I have the minus 2 in front, multiplies the 3 that comes out, and the 7 stays in. So this is 12 square root of 2 minus 6 square root of 7. And I look at it, it's like, yeah, they don't combine. So even though I simplify them, they still don't combine. So this is your final answer. All right, any questions there? Okay. All right, I'm going to clear it. This is rationalizing. Anybody want me to go over this one?
Yeah, can we review this one?
Yes?
Mhm.
Yes, okay. No, don't do that. Sorry. I need to get back into Canvas. This is the wrong class. This is the right class. All right. It was something like this. Okay, so this we need to rationalize, which means get rid of the radical. Okay, so what am I multiplying this by?
Isn't it by square root of 14?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so these ones, okay, square root, you multiply by the same number. Sometimes it's like, it's worthwhile checking to see if they simplified. So you can plug in your calculator and see if the calculator breaks it down. So the numbers are smaller, but this is not going to simplify because it's just 2 times 7. So there's no doubles. This is 42 square root of 14 divided by radical of 14 squared, which is just 14. Okay. All right. And then you can see if this reduces. I think 42 divides by 14.
3, yeah.
You get 3. So you're going to get 3 radical 14. So that's it. All right. Any questions with this one?
No.
All right. I've been doing a lot of talking, so I'm going to let you guys take a couple of minutes to try this one out. So this is rationalize the denominator. All right, this is similar to what we're quizzing on today. So take 2 minutes to work this out.
Are we just reviewing chapter 8 today, or are we doing 5 as well?
I'm just going to do chapter 8 today. I think this is the hardest stuff. And I'll do some review of chapter 5 tomorrow. So you guys can kind of work on these review homework problems today, tonight, and then come back tomorrow to class if you want to. It's optional for class tomorrow. And do some review also on 5. We can spend the whole 2 hours doing the review tomorrow. All right. So what would I multiply this by to rationalize?
4 minus rad 2.
Right, 4 minus square root of 2. So yeah, because it's 2 terms, one number, one square root, you multiply by the conjugate. It's the same thing on top and on the bottom. Okay, so all these multiply. All right, so the top has 2 terms here too. So we do 5 times 4 is 20. And then this is minus 5 square root of 2. And this one is 4 square root of 2. And this one is minus square root of 4. Okay, so that's the multiplication on the top. All right, any questions with that? Okay, bottom, 16. And then minus 4 square root of 2. Oh, nice. And then, oops, and then plus 4 radical 2, and then minus square root of 4. Okay. All right, so kind of think of these are like two separate things. You shouldn't be crossing anything out on the top with anything on the bottom. They don't mix, right? Because they're all like adding and subtracting. You got to simplify each of them individual. All right, so on the top, I have 20. These will combine because they both have radical 2. You get negative radical 2. And then minus square root of 4 is 2. Okay, do the same on the bottom. The radical ones will cancel out. The 16 minus square root of 4 is 2. All right, now we get the 20 minus 2 is 18. Minus square root of 2. 16 minus 2 is 14. And that's it. Okay? So kind of keep it as one fraction. You can split it up if you want. Like you can do 18 over 4 and minus square root of 2 over 4, 18 over 14 minus square root of 2 over 14. But it's more useful this way. Okay, any questions with that one? Can I get rid of it? All right, I will. Okay, this is adding and subtracting. Okay, anybody want me to do this one?
Yeah.
Yep, all right. Good enough. Come on, there it is. Cool. So we have negative 3 radical 2, 5 radical 27, and minus 5 radical 98. Okay, so all the radicals look different. So right now they're not like terms. So what
You have to make them into like terms?
You want to try to make them into like terms, yeah. So you need to simplify each of these. Okay, so go ahead and do that. I'm going to give you guys a minute to do that. So like root 2 is simplified, but 27 needs to be simplified, 98 needs to be simplified. Okay. Again, you can do it by hand with the factor tree, or you can just plug in square root of 27 in your calculator. If you have one of those nice calculators, it will do it for you. All right, so let's look at the simplification. So 27 is 9 and 3, and 9 is 3 and 3. Okay, so the first one stays. The second one, pair of 3 means 1 3 comes out and it multiplies with that 5, and I get 15. And then the 3 stays in. All right, now the 98 is 49 times 2. And this is 7 and 7. Pair of 7s, 1 7 comes out and multiplies the negative 5. So I get negative 35. And the 2 stays in. Right, so now I have it simplified. I can see if I have like terms. So these are like each other because they both have the radical 2, but that one's different. So that will stay separate. So we do the -3 minus 35. We get -38, radical 2. And this will stay apart like this. Okay, so this is what I get to. All right, any questions with this one? Okay, I'm gonna clear it. All right, anyone for this one? Should I do this one?
Yeah.
Are you the only one left awake?
Yeah.
Am I boring everybody to death?
So isn't it like the other one? You just multiply 1/4 to the top only?
Yeah. Let me go through it anyway, because I think these are confusing to a lot of people. And this one has negatives in it too. All right. Okay. So let's see. So 1/4. We have x to the what power?
Okay.
What do I get here?
-4/4.
-4/4. And y to the 8 over 28.
28.
Okay, cool. And at the bottom will just stay the same. So x to the -5/16. Y to the -1/7. All right, so we can do a few things now. We could simplify each, like we can simplify these exponents. Okay, so we can say x to the -1, y to the, these both divide by 4. So this is 2/7. Okay, and these ones don't simplify. So -5/16. -1/7.
How did you get the 2/7 on the top?
I divided by 4. So 8 divided by 4, 28 divided by 4. I just simplified that fraction. Okay. All right. Now, what do we do with exponents when they're like in a fraction?
Subtract.
We subtract, right? So I need to do -1 minus -5/16. All right. And I need to do y 2/7 minus -1/7. So you're subtracting negatives. So this becomes x to the -1 plus 5/16. And this is y 2/7 plus 1/7. Okay. Are we good so far?
I'm confused. So why did you do -1 minus 5/16?
Because we're subtracting, right? When it's in a fraction, the exponents get subtracted. So the top one minus the bottom one.
That makes
the top
more
one is
sense.
-1 minus -5/16 because the bottom exponent is negative. So -1 minus -5/16, which turns to plus. Okay, same with the y's. Okay, any questions with that?
No.
All right, I'm running out of room here. I'm going to squeeze it in. So -1 plus 5/16. Okay, guess what? I'm doing fractions here. So it's like -16/16. So it's going to be -11/16. And then y to the 3/7.
1/7. 3/7.
Okay, so this is a decent answer.
How
It
did you
doesn't
get? How did you get -11/16?
It's by doing this,
Oh,
because I have -1 means -16/16, and then 5/16. That gives me -11/16.
oh, okay.
Okay. You can leave it like this, or you can make it into a fraction so it doesn't have negative exponents, but it doesn't say to do that. This answer is good. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna stop here. So I can sort of, tonight you guys work on the chapter 5 review, chapter 8 review homeworks. At noon tomorrow, your test will be available in Canvas. And I'm basically gonna be live. I'm gonna be on Zoom at noon. So if you're having trouble finding it, just log in and let me know. And log in during class if you want to do some more review. If you don't want to do review and just want to take the test, that's fine. But the test should be uploaded on Thursday by noon. And I'll be live during office hours at that time. So if you're having trouble uploading the test, just come on and I'll help you through it. Okay?
So you're giving us till Thursday, 12 p.m.
Yes.
afternoon.
So you have 24 hours. So from
Oh, okay.
tomorrow at noon until Thursday at noon.
Okay.
Okay?
You mean is it uploaded tomorrow?
If you finish and you want to upload it tomorrow, that's great. Okay, it's sort of up to you when you want to take that test, when you want to start it, and when you want to finish it. As long as you finish it by noon on Thursday, that's good. So will the test be timed? Well, it is 24 hours, so I guess technically it is timed, right? But not otherwise. You will open the test. It will be a few problems. It will look like your last test, where you have to kind of do sort of look like the quiz that we're doing today, where you have a few problems and you have to do your work on paper. And then you take a picture and you're going to upload them into Canvas. But there's not a time where they will run out. Okay. I haven't decided how many questions. So it will be somewhere between, I would say, 15 and 20.
Oh, 15 or 20?
Somewhere between 15 and 20. I
But
don't have
still
a better answer than that right now because I haven't finalized it yet.
But
okay, Muslim's here. We're in a different class right now. We're not in discrete. I'm teaching Math 96 right now, and I'm wrapping it up. So I'm not going to answer your questions yet. All right, Michael, did you have another question?
Oh, yes.
Go ahead.
Hold on. She's talking.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, if you guys don't have any more questions today, I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, so class is finished. I will stop the recording, the session now, so the recording will save on my computer. And if you check later on today, you should see the recording of the Zoom session, and you can look over it, over the examples that we've done if you want to. Okay. All right, bye guys.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.